What's up, everyone? Welcome to Aftermath Digital TV. We hope you tuned into our SummerSlam preview on TV. It was so nice to see you guys there. In the meantime, we'll be back on the tube. Is that what the cool kids are calling it these days? The tube? I don't know. I might have just made that up. Well, go ahead, Jimmy.
No, I don't know. We used to call it a tube because the TV was an actual tube. What do you call it now? It's great to be on the liquid screen, digital something. I don't know.
Either way.
We're on the tubes now. The internet is a series of tubes. And where I come from, people refer to the television as the TV.
All right, Nug, you're talking. You're already in the hot seat. So we got our wins ready for everyone, and you're starting us off. Go.
Yeah, my win was the Battle Royal for the women on SmackDown on Friday. We haven't really seen a Battle Royal for a long time. Just a straight up Battle Royal, throw everybody over the top. Whoever wins gets a shot at Bayley at SummerSlam. And I love a Battle Royal because seeds are planted for future things. Stories continue. Some stories get more heated. And that's exactly what happened. I wasn't a huge fan of the finish, but during the Battle Royal, we got Bianca Belair look good. A bunch of the girls from NXT look good. And then going forward, you can see some of those women from NXT mixing it up with some of the women from SmackDown. Dana Brooke always looking good in this Battle Royal. Everybody looked fantastic. Asuka came out the winner, but I loved that Battle Royal did what a Battle Royal is supposed to do, plant seeds and further some stories.
Battle Royals are interesting because the person that's generally like, let's say like Asuka is like the best wrestler, but she's not necessarily the best battle royaler because, you know, heavier people, low center of balance and all that stuff. But anyway, she won it, but it is an opportunity. Right away when you see a battle royal, you think of like Nia Jax, the ultimate favorite, right? But I like battle royals for that.
I like the creativity too, because I think I harken back to Battle Royals and I think about some of the stuff that Kofi Kingston did, how he creatively kept himself into the match by, you know, obviously the Battle Royal rules are, yep, the superstar has to go over the top rope and both feet have to hit the floor. They did a little bit of that with Asuka. When she went over the top and she landed on the back of, I can't remember exactly who it was on the floor that she was stepping on. So she didn't make contact with the floor. So therefore, she was not eliminated and able to get herself back in the ring. I like the little things like that, some creativity that adds to the Battle Royal.
I just love that it's Asuka. I mean, you go, girl. You know, you go, girl. You do your thing. Bayley versus Asuka is going to be unbelievable. And, you know, now we even found out on Monday Night Raw that Shayna Baszler's coming for the Raw Women's Championship, which is exactly what I wanted to hear. So I think that the whole women's picture is like very, very exciting.
No,
Shayna showed up. I thought of you, Carolyn. I know you like her.
Okay, Jimmy, your win.
So my win, I'm going to go back to Friday Night SmackDown and the match between Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles really intrigues me because these two guys are two superstars who have a history beyond the WWE, and now this rivalry is being brought into the WWE where the entire world can see what talent both these individuals have. And the build up to this has been incredible. I love the fact that AJ Styles came out with his little board and Joseph Park and had his little promo, putting himself over to the nth degree. Jeff Hardy coming out and AJ didn't knock him. He kind of alluded to the fact, hey man, I respect you. You're really good, but do you deserve a title shot? No. Which kind of shows that maybe there's a little fear there. But I love the way this is setting up, and I think this matchup is money, and I hope it goes over into SummerSlam. Maybe we get a rematch there or something like that. I just love the two matchup, these two guys. Yeah.
If you've ever switched colleges, you know, one thing you got to check is if your credits are going to be transferable to the next college. And even though they have that history from another company, the build-up and the emotion and the history is transferable, just like college credits to the WWE. So the storyline has an immediate head start.
Can I change my win to Anthony not using a food metaphor?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there you go.
It's the best.
I gotta say that AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy thing is going to be great, but my win was almost the fact that Joseph Park was on television. He's absolutely one of my favorite performers in all of pro wrestling, and that he was on screen on Thursday or Friday was my favorite thing.
But he hardly said anything.
Exactly.
And still everybody was like, oh my goodness.
AC, your win.
I win. Oh yeah. So when the champions are always going to have, you know, premier time slots and storylines and all that stuff. But when wrestling is really good is when there should be a lot of mid-card guys. There should be a lot of mid-card guys that have significant storylines, which could potentially one day make them top guys. And even storylines for beginner guys. Let's see if they catch, right? So the Hurt Squad, MVP is just awesome. The way he's kind of trying to seduce Cedric Alexander and sitting down, and it really comes down to his acting ability. And it's not over the top, it's believable, and it's so slick, and there's bad intentions, and he's befriending him and offering him just, opportunities, and he's speaking truth. Like there was the match when his friends were in the ring and there was only three matches, he was backstage, and so he was striking some chords, and I just love it. It's something I look forward to, and it's just a bonus because it's not the main event stuff, and he's doing a fantastic job.
No, I agree, because you look back through the history of WWE, and when they are at their peak, interest-wise amongst the fans, they're, like you said, there are different levels. Yes, the main event picture is what people look forward to, but it beyond that, you had a tag team division with Edge and Christian and Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas, and you had Eddie and Chavo. You know what I mean? There were, like you said, the Intercontinental Championship meant something. Then the undercard, there were levels, and each level kind of interested people. And that's, I don't want to say it's missing today, but it's not quite as prevalent as it used to be.
Well, everybody who's on top today at some point was in the middle of the card or lower. And unless you get interest in that middle of the card, you don't make superstars for tomorrow. And I'm glad we're seeing some middle of the card storylines and interest happening now.
Yeah, if I could use numbers, from 1 to 10, and you start off the show with 2s and 3s and 4s and 4s and 4s and 4s and 4s and 4s, boom, 9 at the end. It leaves people with a good taste in their mouth when they leave the building and everything like that. But it's so much better when there's 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, and 9, 10, that kind of thing. It's just there's so much more. People are popping the whole show. Every entrance is like, oh yeah, that's right, this guy. Oh, what's that gonna happen? And there's so many storylines that you look forward to. Even some of the good TV shows. What was the one we watched? For example, let's say Ozark and stuff like that. There's so many storylines in there that as they rotate to them, it's like, oh yeah, this again, and that's the way wrestling should be too.
I agree. Okay, my win is more like behind the scenes kind of. It's Samoa Joe. So for me, Samoa Joe's almost been an honorable mention every week. But now I just want to make him my win because he is so casually confident in commentary, but he's not just a commentary guy anymore. He's such an instigator. He stirs the pot. Everything he was doing with Seth Rollins, which, kind of goes into my fail a little bit, but Samoa Joe himself, we know that he's such a talented in-ring wrestler. We are seeing a completely different side of his talent. And we all know, doing what we do for a living, that it's not easy. And he just makes it look like a breeze. I think that he is so entertaining. It's so natural that I feel like we are getting Samoa Joe to his core. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I just think that he is funny. He's casual. He's confident. He's not trying hard. I think that's why I love it so much. It's just him. And I think that he's made commentary and Monday Night Raw really, really entertaining for me personally.
I think you hit the nail on the head. You said he's not trying hard. Yes. It feels natural. It's almost like a bittersweet pill because Samoa Joe is such a talented individual in the ring, and you miss him being in the ring, and you want to see him in there doing what he does best, beat people up. And then he gets on commentary and he just excels at that. And what I love most about it is, you usually get your commentators that are, either on the good guy side or the bad guy side. He doesn't straddle the fence. He doesn't care what side of the fence you're on. If he has an issue with you, he has an issue with you. And it's seamless. It's flawless. Again, bittersweet. I want to see him back I wonder if you could mesh the two together.
I think you could.
He's on commentary, and every once in a while he gets in there and
you'd have to wrestle in his suit. But yeah, you said it. The effort, when someone's cool, really truly cool, it's because it's effortless. You know what I mean? And he is effortless, and he has that smooth, he's probably a good singer if his voice is any indication. And so he's intelligent. His vocabulary is really good, and he has an incredible knowledge of professional wrestling. In the beginning, I was concerned. I thought his voice was too calm and too cool, that it's not going to really create excitement. But as a listener, I've adapted to be able to pick out his voice because it doesn't pop out at you because it's kind of subdued and quiet. But now I hear it and now I enjoy it. And yeah, so I'm like, yeah, what happens when he's not hurt anymore? Is he gone? Well, either way, he cemented an opportunity in the future.
Something I really like about his commentary for whoever is in the third seat on Raw, usually inorganically, if they're driving a car, they drive way out of their way to take a shot at Byron. And Joe just casually murders Byron in commentary like it's nothing. He doesn't go out of his way to do it. He naturally brings it up and just slams Byron all the time, and it's well done.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's
Nice.
our Aftermath TV panel's wins. Let us know what your wins are using the hashtag AskAftermath. It was so nice to see all you guys talking with us after our SummerSlam preview that aired on Sportsnet 360. So thank you so much for all the lovely comments, and keep chatting with us and let us know what you think about what's going on in WWE right now.
There you go.
All right, everyone, bye.